Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Says Women Are Abusive and Controlling Towards Men. Let's get right into it.
This might piss some people off, but it has to be said. Not every tier means someone's a victim, and not every man is automatically the abuser. Let's talk about vulnerable narcissism in women, the face of narcissism nobody wants to address. We've been trained to see narcissism as arrogance, grandiosity, and entitlement, usually in men. But vulnerable narcissism wears a completely different mask. It hides behind pain, it hides behind sensitivity, it hides behind the very real experiences of trauma, but weaponizes those experiences as a tool to control. Here's how it plays out. A woman gets dysregulated and demands that her entire family reorganize around her emotions. She'll control partners with phrases such as, "You need to change if you want me to feel safe." She manipulates co-parenting dynamics. This is where I see it a lot, mandated co-parenting dynamics, by turning the children against their father because she feels threatened, abandoned, and wounded. Here's the part that stings. Yes, her pain is real, but that does not make her behavior healthy. Emotional dysregulation does not justify emotional control.
Emotional dysregulation does not justify emotional control. Where are you when I need you? This girl is spitting facts. Yeah, just because you're all in an emotional fluster doesn't mean you get to tell me what to do. Oh, you gotta change for me. You need to change for me to feel safe. What about you change for me to feel safe? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I understand that. A lot of women weaponize their trauma. Look, I get that you've been through something. I get it. But I don't gotta pay for it. I don't gotta pay for what you've been through. A lot of women think that trauma gives them a license to rule over all men. Oh, I've been through trauma. I'm traumatized. What about my trauma? I think women automatically assume they're the only ones that have trauma. They're the only ones that ever been through something. No one else been through anything else. And honestly, it's narcissism because women see themselves as the main character, the center of the universe. It's female solipsism. This idea that they're the only one that matters. They're the only one that's important. And I experience this with female family members. I experience this with women I've dated in the past. I've experienced it multiple times. A lot of women, they care about you only as far as you can help them and do something they want you to do. If you can no longer be service to them anymore, they'll get rid of you. And as men, we have to accept this. We have to accept this level of abuse from women. It's just acceptable across the board. We can't say nothing about it, do nothing about it. If you say something about it, you hate all women. If you call women out for their bad behavior, you hate all women, according to them. You can't hold women accountable because you're a misogynist if you hold women accountable. And you're a real man if you let them run wild and free. If you don't check them, if you don't have no boundaries with women, you're a real man. That's what they want you to believe. I'm glad that a woman's finally saying it so people on my channel could stop saying that I hate women. I don't hate women. I hold them accountable. This is accountability content. Please hold yourself accountable so I don't have to do it.
Your trauma is not your partner's debt to pay. In fact, research shows that this is not just anecdotal. Dr. Pinakis and Kane, they describe vulnerable narcissists as hypersensitive and control-seeking through victim narratives. In parental alienation research, we see clear patterns of emotional manipulation used as punishment in co-parenting dynamics. But what's really interesting in all of this, nobody wants to consider this abuse when it's wrapped up in female fragility. The Me Too movement exposed real abuse, but it also gave some women a shield to hide behind and to avoid accountability. If you cry enough, society will believe that you are the victim. But if a man did these same controlling behaviors, monitoring where you go, who you talk to, demanding constant reassurance, we'd call it emotional abuse. Control is control, no matter who is doing it. And sometimes covert female narcissism hides in plain sight because we confuse tears with truth. This is not about blaming women. Don't get your knickers in a twist, loves. This is about owning that dysfunction wears many faces. True healing requires that we are willing to call out unhealthy patterns. It's very easy for us to all do it externally until it's time to do it on ourselves, even when it's uncomfortable. Don't believe me? I'll link the research down below because knowledge is power and ignorance is a choice. This might
Wow, this might be one of the most intelligent women I've ever seen on TikTok. More power to her. More power to her. I had to run it back because one of the things she said was, your trauma is not a debt for your partner to pay. It's not your partner's debt to pay. I like that. It's not. So many women think that if they've been through something, that I need to fix it. I need to pay for it. I need to suffer from it. They suffered, so I got to suffer too. This is why people say happy wife, happy life, because when a woman's miserable, she'll make everyone else miserable with her. She can't just deal with it on her own. Like we do, right? Men, we go, oh yeah, you need therapy. You need to go therapy. You need to go therapy. No, you need to go therapy. Okay? And, you know, she said emotional manipulation is hidden behind this idea of female fragility. Oh, women are they're fragile, you know, so we should let them manipulate us. They can't do no harm. But you guys, you see it. She said she'll turn your own kids against you, you know? So, you know, I meet this too. When I meet girls and I'm interested in dating a lot of women, what I discover is that a lot of women, they want to control you. They want to monitor where you go. They want your access to your phone. You know what I'm saying? All of this is under the guise of, oh, well, if you got nothing to hide. What do you mean nothing to hide? If you got nothing to hide. It's not about hiding stuff. It's that I don't think you should be, I don't want to be in a relationship with a person that's monitoring me, trying to be my helicopter mama and see everything that I'm doing and police me, police my text messages, police this, police that. I don't want to be in a relationship like that. If you think I'm doing something wrong, don't be with me. How about that? I'm not going to give up my privacy so a woman can feel comfortable. At the end of the day, I get it. If you're in a relationship, it's a partnership. But that don't mean I'm entitled to everything that you got going on. If you want to have a private conversation with your mother, you should be able to have it. If you want to have a private conversation with your dad, you should be able to have it. If you want to have a private conversation with your coworker, you should be able to have it. I should not be privy to everything you say and do. Put a tracker on you so I should know your whereabouts 24/7. Be able to read through all your text messages, read through all your emails. This is disguised as love, but what it really is control. That's all it is. That's all it is. And, you know, if you give a woman access to your phone and these different things like that, what she's going to say is, oh, you know, if you don't find anything, she'll be like, oh, you probably just deleted it already. It never ends. It never ends. Phones and the modern technology that we have is opening up the door for a whole new set of rules that it's uncharted territory. We don't know. We don't have that much years of experience with the cell phone to know, is it right for someone to go through your phone? I know now there's some states that are making it illegal for anyone to go through your phone, and that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I don't think, look, if a woman could say no to sex whenever she wants to because it's her right and it's her body, her choice, I should be able to say no to my property. No, you can't use my car. No, you can't go through my phone. No, you can't wear my clothes. I should be able to say no to any of that stuff. And it shouldn't be, oh, well, what do you have to hide? And all these things are manipulative. And a lot of men fall for it because a lot of men, they're so simpish. Their goal is to try to prove a woman, I'm so good to you. I'll be everything you ever wanted. But they don't understand that it's a bottomless pit. They're never gonna reach the finish line of, okay, she feels secure with you now. She don't gotta go through your phone anymore. A lot of these women, they're so traumatized by someone cheating in the past or someone harming them in the past that they have to take it out on you. And so now she thinks because she's a victim, she gets to victimize other people. And you know what? You have to stand up against these girls. You got to have boundaries against women like this. A lot of men don't. And you know what? When I was growing up, I didn't really have boundaries either. But that's how you learn. You have to have boundaries and enforce them. Like for me, the first moment a girl puts hands on me, she's done. I don't even got no explanation, nothing. Get out. Or if I'm at her place, I'm leaving. And she'll never see me again. You have to enforce it. There has to be things that if she does it, it crosses the line, you don't want to hear it anymore. Even to a lot of women, they try to fight for your phone. I really hate that I have to grab a woman and tell her to get off my phone. Like, it's so interesting. Like, how dare you? How dare you try to grab something that belongs to mine and forcefully go through it? What do you don't own me. But again, this is what I'm trying to say. A lot of women are abusive and controlling. And I've seen a stat recently, I think it's probably something we should talk about, that domestic violence goes up in lesbian relationships. It's actually higher. There's a higher percentage. So women are more likely to be abused by other women. I'm not saying that no man puts their hands on women, but women are so violent that when they're together, they're more violent in homosexual relationships than they are in heterosexual relationships. I think that needs to be studied. I think that people need to realize that. So this idea that women are victims and they're fragile, it's the disguise that women gets to hide behind all the time to cover the fact that they're controlling, they're manipulative, and they're narcissistic. And I personally won't stand for it. I want a girl to be easy like a Sunday morning. She wants me to lead, and she's happy to follow. If that's too much to ask, there's a go. There's a door. Find your way out of here. You know what I'm saying? Simple like that. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.